Hello, you all. 10:05. I'm Jeni Barnett. This is BBC Sussex and BBC Surrey. We are talking about school places. Were you lucky enough to get the school that you wanted your child to go to? Or do you have to now schlep God knows how many miles to get two children to different schools in opposite direction? If you're a grandparent, how is this going to affect your life? 03459 570057. Text 81333 starting a message with the word radio. Now, we're also talking about should 17-year-olds be allowed to drive? They're too young to drive. Keep those calls coming if you want to. But also I'm asking Sussex and Surrey, we are in two of the most beautiful counties in the Great British Isles, and several of us are getting on aeroplanes, boats and trains, bears and boats and trains, so there were, what is it, planes and boats and trains, to fly off to foreign climes. Why? You're going to be stuck in traffic jams, you're going to be up in the air, you're going to be all this mileage and pollution. Why don't you just stay at home? And if you are going to stay at home, tell me where we should take our picnic basket. I'll kick it off. There's a place near Pevensey Bay, and for the life of me I don't know what it's called, but you go round a roundabout and you go up a back road and then you park your little car, it's all dead safe, and then you climb over a little thing and it's a groin pretty much. Mr. M has raised his eyebrows, but it's just pebbles and some sea, and it is the best place. It's quiet, there's nobody else there, and if they are, they're very chatty and very gentle, and you can take your animals, if you've got animals, hounds or whatever, and it's near Pevensey Bay, so that's where I would go. If the weather is beautiful, I would take a picnic basket, I would take a thermos flask, one with tomato soup and one with boiling hot water so I can have my tea, and I would take little bits of nibbles, and I would take a book, and I would take some music to stick in my ear holes, and then I would take that out to listen to the sea. Now that's what I would do. Please tell me what you would do. 03459 570057. Text 81333 starting a message to the word radio. Since God's gift has been away for so long, he's coming back for Good Friday. He's driving back to Coventry to do 2 shows, and then he's coming back again. I am going to be spending Easter with the old git, and it's going to be so great. I haven't seen him for so long. I suspect it will be bacon sandwiches at dawn. Marvellous.
BBC Sussex with Jeni Barnett.
Oh, God, blimey, it's only 10 o'clock. Screaming at me. I'll set you free. Go. Thank you. Now, Mr. M, just for your delectation, is wearing a kind of light raspberry tinted shirt.
I am, yes.
No, I don't need you to talk now, darling. They've heard you, so now it's... Thank you. He doesn't know his place, this boy, does he? He does make me laugh. He's been making me laugh all morning, actually. Stop sniggering, it's terrible. We're going to play you a lovely piece of music in a moment, but I want to read out some of your texts. We've been talking about, is 17 too young to drive? I never know whether I'm upsetting Mr. M or not. Am I too rude to you?
No, not at all.
Turn it off,
Okay,
please.
goodbye.
Yeah, bye. The driving test is not fit for purpose and does not equip young drivers for the highly challenging task of driving, and that's a former driving examiner. Well, that's the key, isn't it? I can remember people saying to me, look, what you're going to do in your driving test is not what you're going to do when you're on the road. And I can remember the first time I drove alone in Wapping in a little mustard-coloured Mini, I was sweating, literally sweating, and all I did was drive up Wapping High Street and down again. Nobody was there, the town of Ramsgate, and there was another famous pub, over the Cobblestones, past Janet Street Porter's gaff, and then back home again. And I've never been so frightened in my life. It took me 2 times to pass my test. Jim, I have to tell you this, God's gift, taught me, used to say to me, when you stop at he's from the north actually, he goes, when you stop at a junction, love, you've got to look. You can't pretend to look. You've actually got to look right and left and right and left. So I did this very thing, looked right and left, but he used to drive me crazy, and I said to him, how long have you felt this wretched way about me. I said, because you are the worst teacher in the world. And he said, you're the worst pupil. I said, you can't say that to me. How long have you been feeling that? Thinking he was going to say about 3 weeks. He said 3 years ever since I met you, which is a long time ago. And I was so upset I couldn't speak to him. We lived in a tiny little flat, and I had a beautiful earthenware dish and said, I think I'm going to smash this in rage. He went, go on then, love. I broke my plate, and I didn't talk to him for 2 days. And he did pass me in the hall, and he said to me very quietly, you are allowed to be angry, you know. I think that's why I've stayed with him so long. I'm also asking you, where do we go in our Easter holidays? Jenny? I think a trip to Hatchlands outside Guildford is great to take. You can see a fabulous display of bluebells, then visit the house to see the largest collection of pianos in the world. That's Tony and Chertsey. You know, I'm going to ask Mr. M to get me my bluebell music, but he'll find it in a minute, and I'll read that one again. And school places, somebody has texted, why are all these parents moaning about which school their kids are going to? If it's all so much hassle, why have kids in the first place? And that's Rich, the angry builder. Ooh. I think you should go to Hatchlands. It's outside Guildford and it's great to go. And you can see a fabulous display of bluebells. Oh, more music, please. Oh, you can turn me down now, my darling Mr. M. It's so loud in my head. That was Mr. Nick Kershaw. We could have him on and on. What's that other brilliant song he does with a brilliant guitar? He's got a wonderful guitar.
The Riddle.
Is it The Riddle?
Yes.
Are we allowed to play two of the same person? We'll try. It'll be the Nick Kershaw hour. Okay, we're coming up to that time again, please. It is weather, of course. Bright start, then becoming cloudy. It will be dry and bright this morning, allowing it to become warm by the afternoon. Cloud will then gradually increase from the north later in the afternoon, with the risk of the odd light shower through the day, mainly over grounds such as the South Downs. It's going to be 59 degrees, lovely and warm. And I'm going to, in case you want to know about tonight, listen, cloud will break up this evening and tonight to give some long, clear spells after midnight, and it will become quite chilly in some rural locations, like my garden, down to 36 degrees. And then tomorrow it's going to be dry with long sunny spells, and it will feel very pleasant by the afternoon in light winds. Oh, what a lovely thing. Good Friday tomorrow. Now, I shouldn't be doing this because it's illegal, but you know, sometimes what's a little of what you fancy does you good. This is Nick Kershaw again. Make it louder. The Riddle! Oh, there you are, Nick Kershaw. I wanted to play another one, but I'm told if I play it again, I'm going to get fired. And I don't want to get fired because I like being here. Nick Kershaw, The Riddle. Thank you, Mr. M. Just very quickly, before I talk to the Ferns Nay Flowers, Good Friday, Reflections with Emily Jeffrey. That's 6 till 6:30. You're going to have readings, music and reflection for Good Friday. Then there's the story of the Surrey shoebox, which I believe you've done the voiceover for, because I recognise it. But anyway, journey to Romania. Join Matt gravelling as he travels from Surrey to Romania to find out where the shoebox is. Then you've got the delicious Danny Pike, live from Horsham, 10 till 2. Easter Saturday, Kid Jensen. I love him with a passion. 9 till 12, Graham Dean, 12 to do, 12 to 2, 12 to do. Sean Bolger, 2 till 6. And then Saturday Night Live, 6 till 7. That should be lovely. Should be looking at John Clare Bradford, looking for 3 words to sum up your Easter weekend. I'm going to be talking to the Ferns. Don't worry. Don't worry. She's sitting opposite me. 70s Saturday with the wonderful David Miller.
Hey.
That'll do. BBC Introducing 8 till 9 celebrates the best new unsigned acts. Dave Allen 9 till 1, and then Sunday, him half hour. Do It with Julia Abbott, covering for Mr. Joe Talbot. Dig It. Why are you laughing?
Do It with Julia Abbott sounds like an interesting show.
Maybe that should be the late show.
It should be, no, it's Dig It. And
I prefer Do It.
So do I.
Sylvie Black Blackmore, Mark Carter, 3 till 5. You have to mention him. He booked me. Top of the Pops playback. Roger Day. There's millions of stuff to listen to. I've loved meeting you.
Well, I've loved meeting you.
And we will be back. I've got to set you off because he says I've got to say goodbye in 30 seconds. Have a lovely show. Lovely Easter. I want to thank Mr. Miller and Jane and Jess and Mandy and Mark. It's been a fantastic 3 weeks. I want to thank you for making it so brilliant for me. It's just been lovely. And to all of those saying, she's not going, is she? Well, I will be back. I don't know when, but I'm telling you, my phone's on the buzzer. And the minute I can, I'll be back with you here in Radio Sussex and Radio Surrey. Have a lovely Easter.